Hi, Aquarius Seeker. Happy September. Happy end of eclipse season. Mars is back on track. Welcome to your monthly Taroscope. Aquarius for September. How was your August, guys? Go back to your August Taroscopes. That's how we evolve using the tarot. It's not just about what will be. It's about how it was, how we coped, how we evolved. So make the connections. I recommend that. Also, this will be relevant for not just Aquarius Sun, but also potentially for Moon, Rising, Venus, Midheaven potentially, whatever you normally resonate with. So feel free to check out your other aspects of your chart. Okay, Aquarius for September. By the way, I have a new deck, the Dragon Tarot. Love it. It's been a lot of evolution for humanity the past few months in the eclipse season. That's your thing, Aquarius. Evolution of the mind and of the spirit. How did you handle this mayhem? Were you like, that didn't touch me. I'm okay. Come on. It touched everybody, whether we're aware of it or not, whether we admit it or not. There's always a 3D reason to an energetic catalyzer. Okay, so catalyst, I'm sorry. So you can say, oh, but things happened because this and this happened, this person did this and that, but why did they do these things? And why did these things happen? Eclipse season. Dun, dun, dun. Always a cause. Always a cause, Aquarius. All right. Thank you. Oof. Those are a lot of cards. So I'm only going to take two. Oh, drama. Okay, I guess we have our reading on the table. Because one card after another. You're taking me. Okay. I'm going to show you by the group. So first 3 card, Tower, Moon, Judgment. Massive emotional wake-up call. A realization that is mind-blowing. Page of Cups, King of Pentacles. 8 of Swords. Four of Wands, 7 of Swords, Ace of Wands. Okay. So, some sort of crisis with someone close to you that have a lot of expectations from you creates an emotional outburst and realization and awakening. It's internal. Externally, you still feel potentially, right? Some of you still feel emotionally connected to this person. Obligated perhaps. Maybe it's a family member, maybe it's a parent, because I have the King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. It's a more mature energy with a younger energy, and the 8 of Swords feeling trapped. Now this is a psychological entrapment that has to do with an emotional connection. The Moon, the 8 of Swords. But this is your wake-up call. You know now. maybe behavior-wise, you're still there, right? Geographically, you're still in the same house. You're still in the same connection. You're still in the same attachment. But now you know. And it's hard to act right away. I get it. Things need, they take time to sink. But once they do, you're planning your escape route. You're planning your new journey, your exit. Four of Wands is a clear understanding of where you're supposed to be, where you want to go. It's very structured, and it's rooted in the ground. It has good foundations, right? Seven of Swords is a planner. It's strategy. It's forming a plan. It's thinking cognitively. And Ace of Wands, bam, the new beginning. So it starts with real deep emotional drama. What's the word I'm looking for? When it hits you, it's a crisis. It's an emotional crisis. It's a realization that shatters your world, that you don't want to understand, but you also can't escape from understanding. And at first you're a little bit shook and a little bit insecure and a little bit unable to detach yourself. Maybe just psychologically and emotionally you don't want to. Also makes sense. But you're snapping out of it fairly quickly in September. Four of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands is like, whoosh. I am the boss of me. I am the boss of me. Because once things are out in the open, once the cards are on the table, things are being said clearly and not just felt, you can't go back, right? There's no going back from certain things. High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups, second ace on the table. Very deep, deep change in your perception of yourself and of life and of reality and of your emotional realm, of what I feel, what I want, who I am. What am I willing to do for it? Those realizations, those understandings are coming from really deep from within, really from the depths of your psyche and your soul and the narrative of your soul, the past narrative of your soul. And things are now kind of forming shape. You're really starting to, your inner knowledge and inner knowing is getting more and more structured. And there's a new sense of self and feeling much more secured with who you are. And there's a willingness to really start expressing yourself from the heart with authenticity, without apologizing. Look at this. You can see. You want to see probably, right? I went like this. Tower, Moon, Judgment, King of Pentacles, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Swords, Four of Wands, Seven of Swords, Ace of Wands, High Priestess, Wheel of Fortune, Ace of Cups. Two aces. 5 majors. This is changing one's fate. This one rules the living and the dead. This is Persephone, the wife of Hades, the god of the underrealm, the underworld. 6 months of the year she's underground, rule the dead. 6 months of the year she goes back up on top of the surface of the earth to rule the living with her mother Demeter, the empress. And this is change of fate, change of destiny, allegedly from exterior events, from the cosmos, from the universe. But here's the fun part about the Wheel of Fortune that a lot of readers seem to not address, or maybe they don't connect to that. But the wheels always start from the inside. Yes, they can start from the outside towards the inside, but it's like a push and pull sort of mechanism. It can go both ways. Now, once you learn the secrets of the cosmos, and this is what the High Priestess does, she knows. Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. I have to stop giving references to Game of Thrones. I'm obsessed, but whatever. He says, what I do, I drink and I know things. So I don't know if she drinks, but she definitely knows things. And from that deep knowledge of the cosmos, she's able to focus her will internally. It's not like the magician who needs to do like exterior acts to express his will in order to manifest. She just quietly knows. And the wheels of the cosmos just quietly turns around in accordance to what she now feels. Her knowledge is now of her feelings, with the Ace of Cups here. And this High Priestess is creating a massive change in reality. The mechanism broke down. The habits, the fears, the defense mechanisms of the psychology, of the subconscious. But your higher self potentially is calling you, was calling you. And once those walls break down and everything surfaces above waters, when the High Priestess comes out from the realm of Hades to the surface of the living and starts changing and moving the circles and the cycles and the wheels of destiny. And what do you know? A complete new beginning, emotional beginning. The heart is free. The will is free. And now that you're no longer a prisoner to expectations, to a certain very judgmental character in your life, potentially. Very controlling also, maybe, perhaps. The only reason I'm saying is because I have the Eight of Swords here. If I had something else come out with it, it could have been a benevolent connection between this King of Pentacles and the Page of Cups, but also like this King is looking at this Page of Cups with this somewhat of an expectation, and this Page of Cups is kind of looking at his own cup, his own imagination and inner realm. And it's like, now it's here on the outside. It's in the cup. He's looking at it. He's craving it. But this is a growth process. Now this could very much be the growth process of you. This could be very much be the same. Page of Cups and the High Priestess. I know, allegedly, very different power levels. This is just a page. This is the High Priestess. It's Pisces, you know. She can be Pisces. Very fast growing, very fast growth, inner growth. Like right now and in the next month. Nice, Aquarius. Interesting. What are you planning? What are you changing? What are you manifesting? You manifesting love? True love? Are you manifesting who you want to be by being the person that you want to be? Seven of Pentacles. Another 7 on the table. 2 sevens with the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment. Okay. A spiritual connection that has a shared common destiny or goal. A common goal. So this doesn't have to be like a soulmate that's supposed to be in your life forever, but there's something in common that you're both working towards together. Something that you both believe in. And there's work invested in it. There's a craft. Potentially a craft of the occult. When the Wheel of Fortune and the High Priestess are surrounded with 2 aces like that, and I have 2 sevens, I mean, I can't help but wonder if this is some sort of esoteric work that is esoteric, with divination, with occult, with could be Kabbalah as well. You know, the Book of Life. The Wheel of Fortune, maybe not in this deck, but in the Rider-Waite deck. You'll have 8 letters. You'll have 4 letters in Hebrew, Yud, He, Vav, He, which means Jehovah. And you'll have Tarot, T-A-R-O. Now, the Tarot is in a circle, right? It's a wheel. The Tarot is also Rota, the wheel. Rota is wheel, but also Torah. Torah is the book of knowledge, like a Bible. And here she is reading the Bible, the Torah, the book of life. And with the element, and with the energy of the elements here, of the fire and the water, the faith and the will, can't help but wonder, this could be spiritual studies. Very good work though. I have 2 sevens here. It's very sharp-minded, very clear, very clean, truthful. Maybe you've been learning with someone and you no longer trust them. Maybe you want to break out of that connection. Or maybe you're finding a new person or group to work with. But this is something very personal. This is something very internal. So this could be just your journey. And you're now thinking, okay, what is the next phase of my work? Let's have 2 more to conclude. And then I'll show you your extended. And then I'll give you messages from the Divine Circus Oracle, which is always awesome. Okay? If you guys want a private reading, my email is below in the information box. Over there you also have link to your extended. And links to Tarot Masterclass if you want to learn how to read tarot from me. Just so you know. Okay. Let's conclude for my Aquarian seekers for the month of September before we move on to our extended and to our Divine Circus. A couple more cards, please, as conclusion and as advice. For Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, other placements. that are watching? What else does Aquarius need to know? This is good, guys. This is, in case you were wondering, I was just like telling you what's up, and like, this is powerful and good. Whatever work that you're doing, whatever understandings, whatever path that you're going about, I'm supporting it. The cosmos is supporting it. Persephone is supporting it. Well, who can argue, right? Okay. More for Aquarius for September, please. Anything else we need to see? Okay, this is too much, but this is perfect. Six of Swords, Three of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Hanged Man is, again, another student of the esoteric. When I make the connections here, with the interaction. A lot of major arcana on the table. 6 major arcanas. A lot of road signs. A lot of inner evolution. You are really seeking, some of you are really seeking knowledge, because the Hanged Man is also Odin that hung himself from the Yggdrasil tree. I know I talk about him endlessly, I'm sorry, but in case you didn't get to hear it in other readings, he hung himself from the Yggdrasil tree. He is a Nordic god for 12 days until the runes has unveiled to him. And speaking of runes, I will be giving messages from the runes at the end of the extended. So 24 symbols, 24 runes, the knowledge of life unveiled to him. And she also studies the knowledge of life. So, and this is another Pisces, by the way. Now this doesn't have to be a Pisces, even though I have 3 Pisces cards on the table, and the moon, which is very water. But this could be just a very like artistic, spiritual, majestic, esoteric type of energy and learnings and crafts. Very spiritual energy. Very spiritual reading, guys. So, sorry, 6 of Swords, 3 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. Taking some sort of a break in your craft or in your work or in your routine to reassess. What is the meaning? What is the reason for this? Some of you are moving yourself away from a certain situation just to gain a new perspective on it. Seemingly it's detaching yourself, but it's actually the practical thing to do. And you know it, you understand it. Even if someone's like, wait, but where are you going? It doesn't make any sense. You understand that it makes sense. Or maybe someone else is doing that in your environment. Okay. Let's check out your extended. So this is 6, 7, 8. What I do is I rearrange the table with the numerological aspect and the element aspect. So I have here 6, 7, 8 of Swords, so I can't ignore that. Let's put the majors together. I have only 1 king and 1 page, so bye. 2 sevens, 1, 3, and 2 aces. So I actually have, I actually have 3 sevens. Interesting. Okay. Now let's look at the major row. So this will lead to a new narrative and a deeper look into the present cards. Now this is just the first part of the extended because, okay, can you see all this? Beautiful. Okay. The High Priestess, the Wheel of Fortune, the Hangman, the Tower, the Moon, Judgment. So this is the first part of your extended. The second part is where I clean the table, reshuffle, and do a complete new reading that is a Celtic cross, which could potentially bring a completely different narrative or an added narrative. If you resonated or not, you're welcome to watch, because there's a very good chance that it will. How does this look? No, too much. Ooh. I feel like too light. Too much light. Okay. Is there such a thing, too much light? I guess sometimes. Okay. So, sorry. Lost myself for a second. So, Celtic Cross, which is 10 cards on the table, super organized. It's very different than the intuitive reading. And once we finish with that, a message from the runes, speaking of Odin and runes in Norse mythology. My Celtic magical creatures. Okay, so let's conclude for the month of September. Message from the Divine Circus Oracle. I love this part. This is story time. This is story time. Requesting a clear message, clear guidance for Aquarius for the month of September. Guys, thank you so much, by the way, for your subscriptions and your comments and your likes. I read all your comments. It warms my heart. Thank you so much. When you subscribe, especially if you press the bell next to the subscribe button, that's how you get to know when another video of mine that is relevant to you is coming up and that you can watch. And also, it's a great way to support me, so I appreciate it. To all of my existing seekers that are following me, I love you. You're changing my life. Thank you. Yeah, and if you want a private reading, then my email is below. I do internationally, all over the world. Wherever you are, you can do it. Okay. Message for Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. For September. From the Existential Shift. There we go. Oh, Rare, Raw, Real. Number 42. Gorgeous. All right. Let's see what it says. You ready? 42, real, raw. No, rare, raw, real. All right. So I can hold it here. There is a unique beauty in you that wants to shine through. It is different. It might not be pretty, neat, and tidy, and you might even feel vulnerable about sharing this real, unveiled you with the world. Do it anyway, because the world wants to love you, the rare, raw, and real you. It's time to peel back the layers and unearth the real you, naked, vulnerable, real, beautiful. With every layer of hiding and protection removed, you'll encounter whatever it was that caused the layer of self-protection to be built up in the first place. Maybe a sense of shame, fear, hate, anger, or doubt. Remember the Tower? Then the Moon and the Judgment? Strong awakening, strong shattering of the mask and of the sense of self. These feelings might seem so confronting that you'll wonder if they are a sign to back off. If you can affirm your love for yourself and a willingness to be patient whilst you become ready to be known and seen and loved for who you are underneath those layers of pain, then you'll find it easier to let them fall away. As this happens, there will be a revelation of a raw, rare, and real you that you didn't even know was there. So pure, so powerful, so precious. The inner light of you will shine through like a lantern suddenly illuminated with the radiance of you lighting up the dark. Revealing the true you isn't about exhibitionism or putting yourself on display. Someone could walk naked on a beach, completely comfortable with their physical appearance, and yet not be in touch with the true beauty of their soul. Their radiance dulled and their authenticity a mystery even to them. The oracle of rare raw real comes to you if you are one of those special ones capable of dropping the defensive posture of perfection, of holding genuine compassion and goodwill towards yourself and others with a willingness to be shown who you are. Rather than reacting with fear to being judged, you choose to treat this revealed self as a precious divine creature to be loved and nurtured into full aliveness. In being brave enough to do this, you help empower others to be their true selves as well, to be less afraid of what makes them different, to embrace their uniqueness and feel the divine dignity that is rightfully ours when we choose to simply be who we are. An affirmation that you can say to yourself: rare, raw, and real, my true self I gracefully reveal. Aquarius, you're beautiful. Gracefully reveal. Okay. Thank you guys for being here. I'll see you in a second in the extended link below. Watch this month's, prior month's, August, to learn from. Watch your other placements. And if you haven't subscribed yet, then please subscribe. I love you deeply. I will see you in a second, and I will see you in October.